Hi friends, welcome to the Cozy Cottage Crochet podcast channel. My name is Hannah and this is a quick video from my kitchen table while the baby is sleeping. If you hear a dull roar in the background, there's a sound machine and a bassinet in the living room about 10 feet, 15 feet away from me. And he is currently sleeping. I don't know for how long, so I don't know how long I'll have to talk to you, but I wanted to pop on really quick and share a couple of things. First of all, there's a sale going on right now and I want to tell you about it because it ends Friday. I will put the date that it ends on the screen and the code that you use. It's Katie's Faves. So many of you know I'm a Twice Shared Sheep affiliate and I just love their stuff. But my favorite purchase of 2023 has been the sock ruler. And I know that many of you have purchased the sock ruler and freaking love it. I love it. I have one in each of my 2 sock bags. This is the original one that just has the sock ruler. They now have updated it to have multiple colors and it has a regular ruler on the back. But basically you just stick this in your sock and it has kid sizes, men's sizes, and women's sizes. They're for US sizes, shoe sizes only. But you just stick it in and measure and that's it. So I can see right now, if I want to make this for my foot, I'm almost at a size 6 right now, but I need to get to a size 8. Actually, I put it in backwards. That was a kid size. Okay, let's try this again. I'm actually at a size 5 women's, and I need to get to a size 8. And then I start my toe, decreases. This works for bottom up and toe, bottom down and toe up socks. And I really, really love it. There's some other things on sale too, like stitch markers and tins and row counters and things like that. So I'll put a link below. And if you use that code, you will get 20% off till Friday. I just wanted to share that with you. Now, you may be like, what was that sock that I saw? I haven't seen the sock in quite a while. I honestly think since the baby has been born, I have done this yellow stripe. The last time I podcasted, I was here. So this much was done before the baby came along and this much has been done after the baby. So not much progress. This is a pair of socks that I am making out of String Theory Colorworks. It is the Data Base, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, and the colorway is called Stark Effect. The story of this colorway is in January at Distaff Day in Orlando, I wanted to buy this yarn and they did not have it. And then months later at Yarn Lounge, I visited a new yarn store in Orlando and they had this yarn. So I bought one skein. It's the only thing I bought at Yarn Lounge because I knew it was meant to be. And I am pairing this with a mini that I got out of the Malia Made It advent calendar from last year for heels, toes, and cuffs. So I still have another couple of stripes to do, I believe. This is how much yarn I have left for this specific sock. I have another stripe, at least maybe 2 stripes. I may use literally all of this yarn before I put the toe in. If I run out of yarn before I get to size 8, which is my foot, I have some extra black that I'm gonna put in. And this is just Webs, Valley yarn, 100% superwash merino. So that's my plan for that sock. I do want to get some knitting done. It just seems like every time I go to pick out my knitting, I am either immediately the baby is awake or needs something or wants to eat, etc., or Nova needs something, or I'm just too tired. So not a lot of knitting has been done, but I wanted to share with you this finished object. I actually finished this before the baby came. And it is in the same colorway, which is why I'm showing this to you. So I'm making a pair of socks and I made a hat out of this one ball of yarn. I'm gonna use pretty much every single scrap of the yarn. And again, it's String Theory Colorworks, colorway Stark Effect. I made a sock head hat. Now this is sport weight yarn, which I didn't realize when I bought it. I thought I just assumed it was fingering. Wrong, I was wrong, okay. But because it's sport weight yarn, what I did is I almost always cast on the medium sockhead hat size. And the sockhead hat is a free pattern on Ravelry by Kelly McClure. I have made several of them. It's my favorite hat, honestly. I cast on the small size instead, so I had less stitches. I did 4 inches of ribbing. 2 by 2, and then I did stockinette to the decreases, and I didn't want to disrupt the stripe sequence, so I took that same black superwash merino and just did the crown decreases in that. And I'm glad I did, because if I continued this part with this stripe sequence, I really don't think I would have enough yarn for the socks. So this is what it looks like. I'm calling this my Lisa Frank hat because it just reminds me of Lisa Frank. And if you don't know who Lisa Frank is, first of all, Google, and then realize that she had my heart the entire decade of the 90s. Like as a kid, I was obsessed with Lisa Frank, and honestly, I still am. Like I would totally buy a Lisa Frank folder or a velvet poster and color it in. I just love that aesthetic. I love the neons. Y'all know I love the neons. So I made this hat. I did my 4 inches of ribbing. I don't know how many inches of stockinette I did. The actual sockhead hat pattern you can adjust, of course, however you want it. I believe the actual pattern calls for 11 or 12 inches total from the bottom to before you start the decreases. I think maybe I worked 9 inches of plain stockinette before I started the decreases. And then this is how the decreases look. They're just really nice. I always love when people show the inside. This is the inside. There were no knots or anything. So I have my one little end that I wove in here and my one up top, and then where I changed colors, of course. So I typically am not a person who likes the purl side of things, but I actually really like that. I'll show you what it looks like on. This is how, if I were going to wear this hat, this is how I would wear it. Slouchy, like this. That was like a Kevin from Home Alone movement. Y'all know, if you haven't seen Home Alone, it's one of my favorite movies. I watch it every Christmas, when he like pretends to be his dad and he puts on aftershave and then he smacks his face like this and he screams into the mirror. I'm not actually gonna scream. Number 1, there's a baby over there. Number 2, I don't want to blow out your eardrums. So this is what it looks like. You'd think I'd be keeping this, but I have a hot pink sockhead hat that I'm going to be wearing this winter, and I actually think I will be giving this to someone. One of our very, very dear friends, Josiah and I's dear friends for years and years, his sister just had brain surgery, and so she has a big scar across the top of her forehead, like up here. It's getting a little bit chilly in Florida, and her family has just been through so much. Her husband took his own life recently, and she's had to have brain surgery, and they have 2 kids, or 3 kids rather. So I think I'm going to gift this to her. Like, we're not really friends with her specifically, but we're friends with her brother, and that's just an awful situation to be in, and she is recovering really well, but I thought maybe she would like a nice cheery hat, because I was like, what am I going to do with this hat? Because I love it dearly, but I have several sockets hats and I'm currently working on another one that I'll show you in another video. So I think that I'm going to give this to her. It's been washed and blocked. I just need to take a photo of it so I can post it on my Ravelry page, and then I think I will give it to them. On Thursday, I will see her brother. So yeah, this will be probably the last time you see this. So I wanted to get a video showing the hat. I loved working with the yarn. It's so plump, it's squishy, the colors are amazing. When I blocked it, soaked it, there wasn't any color bleeding at all. It's perfect. So I'm just really happy with it, and I thought you would like to see it too. So that's about it. I know this is a short video, but I've got to do laundry. I've got to do something about the disaster that is the living room. I really need to go through my clothing and pull out some, like, I gave away most of my maternity clothing already because we're not having another baby. But so I gave it away, but I've just been wearing the same like 4 nursing shirts and pairs of leggings that I've been wearing since Noah was born 5.5 weeks ago. And I need to get some of my actual clothing out from when it was packed during the construction on our house, because I was just wearing maternity clothes. Am I gonna have time to do that today? I doubt it. Because every single day for like weeks I've been like, I've got to do that, and then I don't, because something happens. The same reason I don't have any knitting time. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on and share that with you. This will probably be how I will be able to put out videos for the next little while. Just short little videos, popping in, saying hi. The baby will be with me, and a lot of them, I'm sure. Nova will be with me. She's just at the babysitter right now. And I am working on another sockhead hat. I'm about this far into it. So I've done the 4 inches of ribbing and about this much. It is in a red, it's in like a Christmas colorway called poinsettia, and it just reminds me of my grandmother so much. So that is what I was working on right before the baby came. And it is the only thing pretty much I have worked on since he has been born. So I will show that to you in another video. Don't forget about the Twice Shared Sheep sale. I hear the baby. Use the code Katie's Faves for 20% off and get yourself a sock ruler. The other thing I saw, because there's 15 things on sale, if you follow the link, it'll put it, the first link down below, is these amazingly adorable little snip scissors that have stars on them. So cute. So until I see you again, happy crafting. Please send me your crochet and knitting vibes that I will be able to get some done. And I will see you next time. Bye, friends.